Hello! Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't seen my other videos yet, my name is Jordan Slack. I am the curator, I suppose, if you want to call it that, of this channel and everything that kind of goes on it. But today we are actually going over a piece of the channel that has not happened yet. So the very first video was Clay's. That was where I walked through a very poor round of skeet on my part, mainly because of the fact that I was using full chokes instead of skeet chokes, which is disappointing to say the least. Also, we went through and I was actually able to show you the project car, the 1956 Ford Thunderbird that I have dubbed Lady Bird and Eleanor. So Lady Bird will most likely be the tag that I use for it, but Eleanor is the actual name of the car. So we were able to go through that, diagnose a bunch of things. There is another video coming out on that, and because I'm building up to a lot of stuff as far as with the car and everything. I got a ton of parts ordered, tons of stuff to go through. Like I've got at least, I don't even want to know how much footage I'm going to have to edit and go through to be able to actually show you everything on it. But I wanted to establish this part of the channel first and just kind of give y'all an idea of what that looks like. So we are currently in my apartment in Ruston, Louisiana. And I am actually going to walk you through one of my favorite coffee accessories that I've ever owned. So here it is. It is the Ninja Coffee Bar. And this actually was a graduation gift from a couple family members. And I've absolutely loved it. One of my friends who used to live next door had one that was similar to this. Hers was a little bit different, but absolutely loved the setup of it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to walk through just some of the different settings and features of it, and then we're going to make a pot of coffee. Well, not a pot. I'll make a cup because it's just me, so don't need to make a pot. But let me get this head cam on, and I'll show you what we got. All right, so we're going to walk through this real quick. It's not complicated by any means, but I'm just going to go over some of the simple features of this. Got my very, very nice gold Hoonigan Industries Tire Slayer coffee mug from when Leah Pritchett got gold, and I want to say that was Spring Gnats that I got that from that she won. So love Hoonigan. They're an amazing brand and love to be around them. But today we are actually going to be using Drive Coffee. I am not sponsored by them. I just really, really love their stuff. You can see up there I've got a couple others. This right here that we have is Sumatra Medium Roast. It's single origin. It's one of the best coffees that I've had personally, and it's just kind of cool with the way that it comes inside the tins and the different themes that they have going on. But they have a ton of different special editions that are really, really, really good. So that is what we're going to be using today, Drive Coffee Trophy. And one of the things that I like to add in a lot of times too is also some chicory, just for some extra spice and everything nice. So what we're going to do is I'm going to walk through some of the features. It does come with an actual pot, and it can also do single serve. So just to kind of start off, it opens up like this to put the grounds in, and you have this reusable mesh filter. It's very, very easy to clean. Every time I fix a cup or a pot, I actually go through immediately, just wash it out, and it stays very, very clean inside and out. But one of the other cool things is this completely comes out, and it's a little dirty in there right now, but you have two different inserts for this. So you can actually use this. The orange one's the coffee, and there's a green one as well that has a little bit smaller inlets that actually uses tea. So you could actually do tea or coffee out of this and still use the same machine, which is really, really awesome. So if we close this back up, take this out, we're So we can do that. This actually folds down so you can have your mug right there on top. Fits nice and pretty and it's got plenty of room, and it's not so far down that you're gonna end up splashing everything out of the way or anything like that. And it just folds back up out of the way so you can actually go through, fix a nice pot. Also has a warmer inside the bottom of it, so you don't have to worry about your coffee getting cold at any given point in time. So you've got that. So let's go through some of the, actually, there is one more thing on the outside that's really kind of cool. Comes with this pre-measured cup to let you know, and I'll go through the different sizes and everything that are on the display. So you have a regular mug, a large mug, a regular tumbler, large tumbler, and then a half and a full pot. And it has suggestions as to what how many scoops of coffee that you would need for each side. So there's that, and it also has it on the back for the tea as well to be able to do it. So if you're gonna make, say, a pot of tea or something like that, like this is what you would go through to get that. So you have specialty 2 and specialty 1, and that designates the coffee versus the tea. And then over here on the other side as well, we have an actual frother. Now, the only thing that's kind of disappointing is that I didn't really think about. Like, when you think about froth, you're thinking, okay, this is gonna be like warm, and especially with coffee, like you're thinking it's gonna be warm. This is just froth. There's no heating element in this. There's nothing like that. So if you're wanting to froth milk or anything like that with this system, you're definitely gonna have to heat up the milk first, because I made that decision and I was very disappointed. Anyway, so let's scoot this back over so it's not hanging out the side. On this side, we have our actual reservoir. It's very good size. I don't know how well you can see that because of the clear, but it has minimum fill line, one for a tumbler, one for half a pot, and one for a full pot. And it does pretty good on water consumption. It doesn't just vary a whole bunch with what you're doing, so it's been very, very good. So what we're gonna do is we're going to get started on this. So I have my dried coffee freshly ground inside my burr grinder. This is actually the last of my trophy coffee, which is kind of sad, but at the same time I'm really excited because I haven't gotten to try the espresso yet. So we're gonna get us a little bit of trophy, scoop her up, get a little bit of trophy, sit that back on, put that back in my burr grinder, sit this down just for a second, get some chicory. I like chicory because it just adds kind of a level of complexity to the actual coffee that I really enjoy, and it smells really good. I'm from Louisiana, so chicory is kind of our thing when we're looking at coffee. But it is a root from my knowledge, and it just adds a level of spice that's really, really nice and a little bit more depth. It's not just like bitter coffee. It adds something else that's kind of interesting to it. But usually what I like to do is I like to shake it up, kind of get a mix of it, so it's like a little blend of it. Open her back up, drop her in, and then our coffee is locked and loaded. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to turn this on, and we have this very, very nice screen. Everything's very, very clear. So just to walk through this, you have different settings that you can use. So you have classic, which is going to be just like your regular percolating coffee maker. It's going to drip down into your cup, and that's going to be it. The rich slows down the flow of water through your grounds, so you're actually able to kind of capture the complexities and get a lot more flavor out of it. It just keeps the water in the actual reservoir a little bit longer, so it kind of gets everything that you can out of the grounds and then drops it into the mug. You also have an over ice setting, so you can do iced coffee with this. You can do cold brews. You can do specialty coffees with like lattes and stuff like that are really, really, really cool. But I like to keep it on rich just because I do like my coffee a little bit on the stronger side. It's just a preference of mine. Like when I was growing up, my grandmother had coffee every single morning, and it was black. There wasn't even any creamer inside of her house and everything, but that was the way she had it, and that's kind of how I grew up. So I like a strong coffee. So we also have this little dial right here that you can go through and you can pick your size of mug. I'm going to be using this one, but I mean, just to show y'all, we got a large mug, a regular tumbler, extra large tumbler, half a pot, and then a full pot of coffee. So we're going to turn that back over. And then actually, if you press this little leaf right here, oh, okay. I see what you're doing. So this is what I'm going to do. Show y'all. This is actually the coffee insert for this. This is what it comes with. Has a little filter that you can put down inside the bottom of it for your grounds and everything. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily grounds, whatever leaves you got going on, but you just take it out. This is the full assembly for the coffee side of it, and then you drop the tea. Make sure it's sitting in there right. Yeah, you drop the tea in there. So once again, you have all of your regular settings for how you want to have it. If you want to have over ice, cold brew, specialty, rich, classic, goes through the same steps. But also on this other side, you have your different kinds of teas as well. So you have herbal, black, oolong, white, green. I haven't played as much with the teas yet, but I'm sure that's something that I could get into later on. That would be pretty good. So you're actually able to scroll through. You just switch back and forth using that. So you pick how you want it, and then pick what kind you're actually going through. So that's how you get through kind of the tea side, and you can go through and do your sizes and everything again. And once again, going through your steps on this side to figure out how much you actually need. So now that we've done that and it's made me go get the tea thing, we are not going to have tea today. So we're going to take this back out. And just sit that right there. Don't look at my dirty dishes. Coffee is back in session. So grounds are already in there. We got our chicory in there. I've got my rich on. Now all we got to do is select brew, but I wanted to show y'all a couple things. It does have a delay brew setting, so we can actually set a time at which we can go through and have it make a pot if we already put grounds and everything else in it. So we can turn that off like that. I don't usually use that because it varies how I want it. There's a stay warm button, but as you can see, it doesn't sense the actual pot there, so it's not going to allow me to do that, but it does actually stay warm at the bottom as well. So it's full of features. Really, really good coffee maker. I've enjoyed it so far. So let's make a cup. And that is our cup of joe, man. Right there in front of us, all nice and pretty. Every bit of the beauty that comes from a Sumatran single origin from Drive Coffee. Really love this stuff. Really love these guys' roast and everything that they do, and just being able to have something else car related in my life is always fun. But this has been my review of the Ninja Coffee Bar. I've absolutely loved it. I don't know if anybody else has one out there, but it has been an absolute joy to have inside my life, because coffee is love, coffee is life. So really, really thankful that I get to have something as nice as this and just be able to enjoy making a pot with friends and having people over and being able to share a cup of coffee with people. So that's been my review. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And I can't wait to see where we go from here. So that's going to be all for this time around. Once again, I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Really hope that you were able to kind of learn and see something about coffee makers that you might not have before. I really hope that you enjoyed this content. Please go check out the other videos. They're really long and everything, but it's still kind of a learning process to try to do this whole YouTube content and editing thing. So I just ask that you be patient with me. I'm going to try to keep coming up with good stuff to try to do and try to just capture as much as the things that I've been blessed to have as I can, so I can share them with you and share them kind of the interesting things that happen with my life. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please like, please subscribe, please hit that notification bell if you can. That way you can kind of get updates on stuff. I'm going to try to make at least a post a week on the YouTube channel to get through stuff. I'm very excited to see where it goes, and just excited to be able to document stuff and document different things in my life and be able to share it. So thank you very much. I hope you have a very blessed day, and just take care of yourself.